Alright, little tour of the wreckage of my life. So this is where I was healing on country in peace and privacy before the family cult hijacking of my life again, which happened after they shifted a court date. So there was a court date scheduled. This is the annex that's been through some storms without me to help adjust things. It has collapsed and everything has just been all, you know, jammed into the camper. This was my little healing hideaway where I was starting to feel safe and working to re-establish myself. And instead of that, I've ended up being targeted through what's supposed to be the justice system, but it's actually controlled by criminals. So they had a court date on the 4th was when it was scheduled, that I was aware of, that they'd given me notification of, 4th of November, Kai's birthday, and then they moved it to the 1st of November to suit themselves, held court on the 1st without notifying me, and then issued an arrest warrant for me, and then put it on the news, on the mainstream news media. And then somebody saw that on the news and called the woman who I was staying with on her property in this camper and terrified her that she was harbouring a wanted criminal. And that led to me going to Kingscote Police voluntarily and explaining my situation as a targeted person who'd escaped a very serious family violence situation. And I asked to please be able to speak to a judge via video link to clear things up. And I was told no, that couldn't be facilitated, even though that's a completely reasonable request. I made police and then mental health at the local Kingscote hospital. I voluntarily again went and spoke to mental health and explained my situation as a very traumatised survivor of very severe abuse. And I begged both police and the mental health not to put me back into the hands of my abusers on the mainland, and both refused. They didn't listen to me. They didn't provide any whistleblower protection. Instead, they took directions from one of my abusers, Antoinette Bierman, a senior psychiatrist, who ordered me drugged up and flown back to the mainland to the RAH, the Royal Adelaide Hospital, is where she wanted me sent for chemical lobotomy. And that's how I ended up back at Glenside, was, you know, through these people that have abused me for my whole life, and then the system workers just blindly following their orders and handing me back over to them. And on it goes, because nobody wants to talk about the truth. Everyone just wants to pretend that the system's infallible, and if the system's given an order, then everyone just must follow it without question. And that is killing us. Ongoing real-time genocide and the abuse of targeted people like me, you know, whistleblowers that tell the truth about what's really going on to try and help other people. And instead of being supported by the community, you know, we're attacked and just fed to the wolves. I've had enough of it, and people need to actually see this for what it is and help.